Imagine building a perfect life, brick by brick. Loving husband, a beautiful home, two amazing kids. Sounds like a dream, right? For Clara, it was her reality. She had Mark, a man who adored the ground she walked on, who worked tirelessly to give their family everything they could ever want. They had a life that was the envy of everyone they knew. But sometimes when you have everything, you start to wonder if there's something more. And that's where the cracks began to show. It started subtly. A new gym membership, late nights at the office that weren't really at the office, a sudden obsession with her phone, guarding it like it held state secrets. Mark, bless his trusting heart, didn't notice at first. He was too busy being the dedicated husband and father he'd always been. He'd make her dinner, ask about her day, and tell her how beautiful she looked, completely oblivious to the storm brewing right under his roof. The something more for Clara came in the form of Julian, a charismatic personal trainer at her new gym. He was everything Mark wasn't. He was spontaneous, a little dangerous. And he paid her the kind of attention that made her feel like a teenager again. Their secret coffees turned into clandestine lunches, and soon, those lunches turned into afternoons spent in hotel rooms, wrapped in lies and deceit. Clara told herself it was just a fling, a harmless escape from the monotony of her picture-perfect life.
Ow.
She convinced herself that what Mark didn't know wouldn't hurt him. She was wrong. Terribly wrong. The growing emotional distance between them, he tried to talk to her, to bridge the gap that was widening with every passing day. But Clara would just shut down, accusing him of being paranoid or controlling. She was weaving a web so tangled, she was getting caught in it herself. The breaking point came on their 12th wedding anniversary. Mark had planned an elaborate surprise. He'd booked a weekend at the very same coastal inn where he'd proposed, arranged for his parents to watch the kids, and bought her a stunning diamond necklace she'd been admiring for months. That Friday, Clara told him she had a last-minute work emergency, a big conference she absolutely couldn't miss. In fact, the entire department had been given the afternoon off. The blood drained from Mark's face. The lies, the excuses, the distance, it all clicked into place in one horrifying moment of clarity. His world wasn't just cracking, it was shattering. He remembered Clara mentioning her new gym a few weeks back. With a heavy heart, he drove there. And there, in the parking lot, he found it. Clara's car was parked next to a flashy sports car, and inside a nearby cafe, visible through the large glass window, sat his wife. She was laughing, holding hands across the table with a man he'd never seen before. The man leaned in and kissed her, and Clara kissed him back with a passion Mark hadn't seen from her in years. Time stood still. The sound of his own heart pounding in his ears was deafening. Every happy memory, every promise, every I love you turned to ash in his mouth. He didn't storm in. He didn't make a scene, just turned around, got back in his car, and drove home to a house that no longer felt like a home. The anniversary necklace sat on the passenger seat, its sparkle a cruel mockery of what he thought they had. She saw the look in his eyes, not anger, not rage, but a profound and bottomless sadness. It wasn't just the affair, it was the months of lies. It was the betrayal of trust that had been the very foundation of their lives. Mark was quiet for a long time. Then he looked at her, his eyes hollow. "I don't know who you are anymore," he said softly. "And I don't think I want to." The aftermath was swift and brutal. The life Clara had taken for granted disintegrated before her eyes. Mark filed for divorce. He showed the court the evidence of her lies, her neglect, her calculated deception. She had her weekends with the kids, but it wasn't the same. He was moving on, healing, building a new, quieter life with their children. He was still the amazing father he'd always been. Clara had traded a lifetime of love and security for a few fleeting moments of excitement. She had chosen secrets over honesty, and in doing so, she hadn't just lost her husband. She had lost her home, the respect of her friends, the full-time presence in her children's lives, and ultimately herself. She had a perfect life, and she threw it all away for a fantasy, only to wake up to a nightmare of her own making. The silence in her small apartment was a constant reminder of what she once had and what she could never get back. A chilling lesson that the grass is rarely greener on the other side, especially when you have to burn down your own beautiful garden to get there. Thanks for watching. Remember to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more stories like this one. See you next time.